Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the TCP Town Hall. With many people in attendance. We are joined here with President Boy,
Hello.
NateDog, and Lemon.
Yay.
Xbox, please give an opener.
Hello.
I am
My
the many
name
people in
is.
attendance.
Hello, General D. Anyway, my name is Xboy. Hello, everyone. I don't really need to give too much of an introduction. I'm the president. I'm pretty epic. I'm a fancy cat in a suit.
You killed
That's
your
about it.
only audience member.
NateDog, go.
Hello, Craftocracy. I am
Stop.
NateDog. Okay.
Louder your mic.
Dude, you gotta louder your mic.
I gotta louder my
Louder
mic,
it.
guys. I freaking need to go into Windows settings. 1 second.
Oh my god, this guy. No, you don't.
Yeah, because that's why my mic
can
is
turn it
so
up
freaking
in-game.
quiet. It turned it down. No,
You
freaking
can
Windows
turn the
turns it down every
amplification up.
time. I'm already. Is it better now? It's better, isn't it?
Yes.
Is it not?
I think
Windows
so.
settings. Testing, testing. I am here. I am
You're actually the
NateDog,
worst.
and where? Oh. I'm okay. I'm NateDog. I am relatively new to the server in the last two elections, and um, I I'm NateDog. What can I say? I'm small and sometimes big.
Go, Lemon.
Bless you.
I'm Lemon. I just ate a pizza. It was really good. I'm the leader of the coolest party, and I'm so cool. Yep.
So the opinion polls came out yesterday. NateDog and Xboy are tied in the scoring round. But Boy wins by 2 votes in the runoff. Although exactly half of the votes are no preference. So my first question is for Lemon.
Okay.
You were the lowest scoring TCP candidate at the polls. And with all major candidates you lose the matchups. What do you have to say on this?
They don't know what they're talking about. I'm actually the coolest. Listen up. Listen, listen, listen. Listen, I'm the coolest. um, I think I have a bad reputation because of somebody. Well, I'm not gonna say their name. Protagonal. But like, I don't know. I feel like I had like a rough start on my re-entry to this server that that like got a lot of people to maybe not view me the best. But listen, listen. I do what the people need. I do what the people need of me. Listen, right? And I will do my absolute best. I swear to God to like up the like approval rating of me cuz I need the people trust me. I need to do the things I want to do. I need the trust. I need the support of the people.
Now you may not be popular as a candidate, but let's talk about your party.
It's the coolest. So.
You scored third in the party opinion poll. Just 2 points a PC. Behind a PC.
Mm-hmm.
You beat a PC in the runoff. You lose to PP in the runoff.
Fuck.
And you tie with SSI in the runoff. What do you think this says about your party?
I think we have, as a party, we are still not viewed, super great, but I feel like it has definitely improved. I don't think my image has improved, but the party's image has definitely, improved, recently with... Yeah, with over time, it's just, the more things we've actually gotten to do, I think more people have started to catch along, and I think it's pretty great that that is happening, because I plan to do some fun things on the server, but again, I need the support of the people. Low key.
I'd like to give that same question to NateDog. What do you make of your party's performance, the polls?
I mean, we are a relatively new party, but we won an election, in a pretty good landslide. Even after the second round was released, we were still pretty far ahead. So, I feel like, coming into this election, the People's Party is just no one's gonna beat them in polling, just because they're formed of Pentagonal and Reliporp and a few others. So it's how do you beat that? You can't, at least as a party standpoint.
People's Party loses the runoff against a PC.
I did not know that. That's kind of crazy. They got more points overall, though. So, different metric, but still. But, yeah, and then APC, I mean, anything with APC, it's hard to beat just because their polling is swayed because they are the biggest party by far. They have, 9 people compared to our 6. They're 50% bigger than the second biggest party. So, with everything with APC, they just have a massive advantage. At least from, a polling standpoint. Not sure about the election, but...
TCP is pretty solidly the second largest party.
Yeah, we have 6 and they have 9, I'm pretty sure. And then, does SSI have, 5 at this point?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, they're the
Though
biggest
the polls
party.
show PP is the main competitor against a PC.
Yeah, and
Not
also
us.
candidate-wise.
We're quite behind.
I mean, again, it's just PP has the mass popularity, and APC has
Industry plant.
the most people. Yeah, industry plant right there. That be the truth. I mean, I don't know how they have popular polling with Ian, because Ian is the devil incarnate, you know?
No TCP candidate beat Reliporp in the runoff. No TCP candidate beat Petbat in the runoff. President Xboy. How can we improve this?
Well, honestly, it's a bit of a hard question because Relporp and Petbat are very popular members. I do have to say I am surprised with how close I was to Relporp in the runoff. I believe I was only 3 or 4 votes away from tying him. But I did lose pretty badly to Petbat.
3.
Yeah. So I think what
5.
we
No
could
preference.
I think what we could do to greaten our chances against them is to kind of just be on the server for longer and make more of an influence. Because Roborp and Petbet have been on the server for a long time. They've had a lot of influence on the people. Especially Railporp. Railporp has had quite the history on the server. So I think generally just being here and being prominent figures, having some history behind us, will make us more popular among candidates, and hopefully we'll rank higher. But I have to say, for being relatively newer members on the server, I am very impressed with how the TCP has done in the popularity polls. So yeah, that's all I have to say on that.
Lemon, how do you think we improve the party's general popularity?
I have a lot of stuff planned. It's mostly build stuff. Like I plan on, building like a big like Roman Coliseum fight pit and hosting a few events and doing like an art gallery thing. And I also plan to collaborate with SSI, more specifically General D, in like building more stuff all across the server with like create mod and all that. And yeah, I just want to like legit just make make the server just like a more fun place overall, because there's a lot of places on the map that are like very like concentrated spots, and I want to like flesh out like the entire server with lots of cool stuff all around it, so like no matter where you go, there's fun to be had, and I feel that is definitely the way to go with like bettering our image, because again I just want to have more fun, especially with the events thing. I really think
I actually have a question from General D to you.
Oh, okay.
She asks how's progress on the mall and train network.
I've not done a single thing on the train network, but the mall.
Let's go! I love no progress. That's my candidate.
Bro, I was doing school. It's called getting an education and a job.
Uh-oh, not the slur.
A job.
Don't say that.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Anyways, but no, the mall is very, very close to be finished, and I am very proud of how it's looking, how it's feeling right now. And I actually can't wait to actually put this in the server and have people walk around it and stuff, because I feel like this will be a fun place, because it's not only just like a shopping mall where you can actually purchase things from General D's factory. All the stuff will be imported directly track for the carts and stuff. It'll be very fun. But again, it's both. It's a racetrack, but it's also, I made sure to make it blend in and be an actual functional kind of mall, because I love malls. They're one of my favorite places. They're very cool. Just like me, the coolest. Low key.
True. So this isn't a question, I just want to mention I still have this song on the computer.
Oh no.
Oh God, no.
Okay, maybe I don't.
You lied. It was never real.
You mean
Wow.
there's no Joe Biden?
Joe Biden
Anyways,
wasn't real. He was all in your head.
so, Mr. President,
Hello.
there was an interesting result to your approval rating poll. 44.66% approve. 16.66% disapprove. But 44.66% are neutral. What do you make of this?
If I'm being honest, I think it is a good thing. And here's why. Because, like, sure, there are not a lot of people that, if you take this at face value, they're less than half of the player base approves of me. So you could take this as a bad thing. But there are only 16% of people that don't like me. The rest of them, I just don't really care. Honestly, I think that's okay. Because I think while I've been president, the server has been very peaceful. There hasn't really been much drama or situations going on, so I haven't had really anything I've needed to deal with. So I haven't really had to do a whole lot as president, and the server has been very peaceful. But at the same time, that makes a lot of people really neutral to me, as they weren't really sure what to make of my presidency. I think that's completely fair. So I'm pretty happy with not much of the server disapproving of me, and most of them either liking me or just not really caring. Um, so I think overall it's not a bad thing, and that's all I have to really say on that.
Nate, what do you think of Xboy's approval rating?
Well, I feel like going into his presidency, I thought it was going to be a pretty neutral one. I feel like the last kind of election was more of just trying, like, it was more strategic of people being like, I just want somebody that'll just do the job and they'll do it like pretty well, because a lot of people just didn't want the new left. So it was between Atlas and Xboy, and most people just thought like that they'd be a stable candidate. I feel like that was like they weren't picked because they were like a absolutely exceptional candidate for president. They were picked because they were what was needed at the time. So like I kind of saw this coming, is that they'd be
Are
pretty
you an
neutral.
absolutely exceptional candidate for president?
Well, depends on what you want a candidate for president. Depends on what you want in a candidate. That's for the voters to decide.
I'll get back to that later.
Bro, he's smart.
Lemon.
What the hell? Yeah.
Wimpy ass liberal fucking answer.
Bro,
Boo.
shut the fuck up, General
What do
D.
you make of
I'm gonna hang
Xboy's
you,
approval
General.
rating?
I think I agree with what these two have said for the most part. It's like, again, it's like, uh, his name is out there, but like he's not like done like anything crazy, you know? Nothing like X-Boy hasn't really done like an insane thing that like, oh, everybody like knows him for or whatever, like Pentagonal maybe, right? I think he's a great president. I think exactly the reason I urged him to be a candidate in last election is because, again, what Nate said, he was what was needed at the time, right? Like that is what we needed. That's why I didn't go. I could have went there, but like I think I mentioned this to Sauce Dude during like the election results of that election. Like I didn't feel like I was like what people were gonna vote for in this, and I don't think like my style of what I'm kind of like doing would be good for that. But Xboy really was what we were looking for, right? So I think again, great. He's a great president, but like the mostly like neutral votes make sense is because like I feel like there was like an evil on the server, and then there was like these two like actual presidents, right? So like it was between like some guy, even if you didn't really like know him too well, or like Satan, I guess. I don't you know? So
Do
I
you
think
think
like
people would vote for you now?
I feel like with the push for like a more like funny kind of thing with the server, I mean I hope so. Again, my approval rating is not that large. I feel like I am not viewed too well in the eyes of the public right now, but I'll make it up to them. I'm low key goated. Just trust me. I swear to God. Uh, but like, yeah, I hope I'm what people will vote for this time if I do get to be candidate. Yeah.
So I actually do have the song.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I
let's
just
go.
forgot to plug the speaker in.
Thank God, this is what we really need.
Everybody knows that my name is
Yeah!
Joe Biden. Just chilling in the rip, turning on I'm Joe Biden. Everyone in the club are voting TCP.
You know it,
Everyone in the
Mage.
club voting for Reform MC. Now my chick gone like your grandma fell down the stairs, hit your head, got a moon show. And now I know my name is truly Dave, and if you think I'm not Dave,
Wait.
dig in your grave.
Wait, you picked me up while I was freaking
Everybody
emoting.
knows you
That was
are
beautiful.
not ready for this competition. Are you? Prove
We
it
are
to
the
me right
coolest.
now. Will you get in the forklift and lift an object?
Will
I
AC, I need to
I got
feature
the
one
I
of your
support
songs.
Lithuania
The
and
only-
Liechtenstein. I'd just like to put that out there.
Okay,
Low key, I'm gonna
Sit
leak
down.
it here, but
next
I'm featuring
question.
on a little AC song.
Wow.
Leaker.
I leaked it.
You're just like Sai. Leaking all over the place. God
Stop.
damn.
So imagine this. You're on a bus. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement officers have entered.
Oh, no.
They're checking everyone on the bus. What do you do? Nate,
What do I do? I mean, like, what are they checking for? For what? I'm like,
Skin
they're
color.
checking.
they're checking. I am white and straight. I don't think this is something that would happen to me.
Straight.
Yes. The current president is also straight, so
No, he's
this would
fucking
be like a
not.
double assassination.
Nate, what
pretty
do you
sure.
think ICE does?
What do I think ICE does? Like in general? What do I think ICE does?
Boy,
Deport people.
what
I'm
does
putting
ICE
up.
do?
I mean, what Nate said, I don't really know.
Deportations.
I don't know the
Wow.
details.
Lemon.
Are you asking me
Lemon.
what ICE does, or are you
No.
are you asking what I do? I know what I would do. I would install Truth Social on my phone and start looking
So
through it on the bus.
Dude, I should have thought of that, you know? Maybe Lemon is the
I'd
better
like to answer
candidate.
the question.
Lemon, I have a question.
Okay.
So imagine this hypothetical. You just made pizza.
I like this.
You're bringing it to the table.
Okay.
You drop it on the floor.
I would kill myself. I'm
All
killing
of the
myself.
pizza
I'm shooting myself in the goddamn head.
splattered against the floor.
I'm
What do
ending it
you
all.
do?
I'm done. No more.
I would eat it off the floor.
Murder, suicide, my entire family goes with me.
Why the fuck would you do that?
You're Lemon is
You
not
wouldn't?
stable enough to be a president. I'd just like to put
No.
that out in the world.
No,
Voters,
hey,
write
listen.
this down, voters.
Like, okay, if
Fuck
you
you.
dropped pizza
Listen, no, we're not
on the
supposed to be
kitchen
against
floor,
it, man. Fuck
you're
you.
telling me you would pick it up and eat it?
That's a
That-
little
that's
bit weird.
I
disgusting.
clean my fucking apartment. It's clean. I can eat
How
off of
clean
it.
is your
Oh
floor?
my
I
god.
don't
If
care.
you
It stays
Bro,
it's
okay, I
pizza.
don't give a
I'm not
fuck how
wasting
clean the
a
hard
single
tile kitchen
morsel of
floor
food.
is. I'm not eating face down
I'm not
pizza
co-
off the floor.
I'm not
How
I
wasting
walk
Eating
on
a
it with
pizza,
my
that's
bare
single morsel
feet.
of
I'm not
food.
doing that. That's
No,
gross.
no. It
You better be
all
cleaning
goes
that
in
floor
my
like
mouth.
20 times a day.
Well, that's what I'm
Eggman
saying.
eats
You
Five
straight off
finish
the
second
it
rule.
floor.
every
5
day?
second rule.
No, for a whole pizza?
I
Hell
believe in
no.
the
Okay,
5-minute
5-second
rule.
rule does not count if it's like a sticky
not for a
object
whole
like
pizza,
cheese or
you know?
sauce or like ice cream.
I
That
would
doesn't
pick
count.
it up. I would pick up the whole pizza.
I'll eat a
I would
slice
burn
of
my
pizza that
hands.
falls off a
I would
floor, but
burn
not
my
the
hands
entire
and I would
thing.
pick it up. 5 seconds would not pass.
Would
I
you
think it
eat, General, would you eat like, okay, would you eat like legit like a whole,
Yes.
like
Do you fat
cinnamon
asses eat an
roll?
entire pizza?
No.
I do.
I mean, if
Depends
I'm
on
really
how big the
hungry,
pizza
I
but
would
most
eat
of
an
the
How
entire
big
time
is
I
I
your
have
won't.
eaten an
pizza?
entire pizza
Note
on
this down,
several
voters.
occasions.
That's like my
Listen,
one
no,
meal.
I'm still
If I
skinny,
eat a
though.
pizza,
My-
it's like
my
one
wrist
meal a day.
I mean,
Is like
leftovers
the
are the
smallest
are the-
thing
are the-
I
are the-
got.
are the- 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 Oh.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Satan.
Sorry.
Dale's inner demons are coming out.
No, but like
I
could eat a whole
accidentally yanked
pizza.
my headphones out.
Oh, it wasn't the end. Well, nothing changed from what I said.
General has a question for you guys.
Okay.
The general.
We'll
question
start
from
with the
General B.
president. Which creature would your Sonic cock be and what would their abilities be?
Oh, fuck.
Sonic OC.
I haven't thought about this. Dude, listen, I'm a big Sonic fan, but if there's one thing I've never done, it's make myself a Sonic OC. If I had to be, I wouldn't really want to be a hedgehog, because it's lame as fuck, bro. Everyone makes themselves a hedgehog, right? I think echidnas are pretty cool. I like to be like an echidna or something. And their abilities, I don't fucking know. They'd be swag as hell.
What about there being only one echidna? Knuckles is the last one. Are you gonna break
Right.
the canon?
It's Archie Comics where we invent like 30 million new ones.
Archie
Exactly.
comics
It's
are
set in the
gone.
past.
They're
I
in
could
the
be-
past. Now
time
IDW
machines.
is on top.
Okay, but what if I'm like from like a different dimension or some shit? 'Cause, like-
now we're talking.
It wouldn't apply. It would only apply to their dimension. You know, I could be like from a completely different dimension and shit.
What if you're like from the future, like Silver's timeline, but you're like Trunks, so like you're like half a kid.
That'd be. I don't like thinking about that. So you know what? That's my answer. If I had Sonic OC, it'd probably be like a cool ass echidna that can like glide as shit because they can do that for some
Okay.
reason.
What color? Red or something else?
I wouldn't want to be red like Knuckles. I'm thinking probably like some sort of like purple, like probably like a darker shade. I want to say, but yeah, I think purple would be probably a good color because I don't know. I like purple. I think SBO is fucking awesome because he's purple and like cool.
True, SB is pretty cool.
Wait, actually, now I'm reconsidering. Espio is a chameleon. Chameleons are also fucking goated. I'll stick with the echidna idea though. We'll stick with that. Fuck, I gotta keep yapping. What did you
Yep,
what would you
Mr.
guys
President.
say? Sonic movie or Mario movie?
Sonic movie, hands down.
Sonic movie.
Okay, that's about what I expected. I mean, limited answer, but I already know her answer.
Do I get?
I didn't watch the Mario movie.
I thought
I've
the Mario
seen it,
movie
it's,
was
like, not-
awesome.
But I mean, like,
I don't get
the
to do the Sonic
Sonic
OC
movie.
thing. I was excited.
Well, I think Gail will ask you eventually. I mean, I guess.
yes. Ian.
Okay. Nate.
Hi, Gail.
What?
Sonic
Add that
Hawk.
question?
OC.
The only Sonic game I've ever played is Sonic Adventure. I'm sorry.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
That's a good game.
That's a good one.
Can
did
I
you
get
shoot
TP?
him?
I'm spawning at my. Oh, I'm in the floor. I'm back. I've only ever played
Lemon.
Sonic Adventure.
Sonic
Okay,
OC.
I have several Sonic OCs and they're all awesome
Ah.
because I'm goated at character design. Okay, so, but my like self-insert one, is a serval, which is like a cat thing, but they're like really lanky and they're like tall. They're weird looking. I love them. But yeah, it's a serval. It'd be yellow, and their powers would be so like instead of like they're entirely momentum based. So like their shoes are like frictionless, so they like slide, like they can like ice skate on like everything. Like literally everything. So like it's all just like based on like momentum. Oh, like momentum. So like sliding down like slopes and shit is how they would like gain speed. That's their power.
I kind of zoned out.
So I have a question for all of you. Group discussion.
Yippee!
How much do we fucking hate Ian?
Oh my
fucking
God.
hate
Oh
this
so
man,
much.
I can't even
God
put in
the
the words,
Father,
man.
Christ
Ian is
Almighty,
just awful.
Smite
Like,
this
people to
man
ruin
where
his
he
life.
We should
stands.
smite
I
this
would
man
do
where he stands
anything
right
to
now.
make him cry. I hope
It's like that
I
scene
just-
from
I
Spider-Man
feels
3. I go to the
pain.
church, I
Damn,
pray to
guy,
Jesus
he has
Christ,
soulless
I pray,
eyes. There's nothing
"Please
behind those
kill
eyes,
Ian
is
is
I
there?
want to make an
He
entire
has no
presentation
soul.
on the top 10
He's
reasons
like
why
the
I
Grinch,
hate
but his
Ian
heart's
is
never
PM.
gonna grow 3 sizes. You know what I'm
Someone
saying?
take his soul and trap him in hell for eternity."
He's like the Grinch. except
We
his
need to
heart
put his
shrinks
head on a
three
pike
sizes.
in town square in front of
Assign
the
him
Capitol.
a Sisyphean task for the rest of his life.
So
I think
I'd
my
say like I
hate
So
hate
they
him a
have
lot.
this thing in a PC.
The devil?
Their pet chungus. Hillary. Can we
I've
kill
no-
Hillary Clinton?
Yeah.
What did Hillary do to you?
But the
Hillary
Chungus.
Clinton is bad, but this is not Hillary Clinton. This is Hillary. It's a
Where do you think
legally
you're going?
distinct
Bone
entity.
cancer. Shit.
It's been my lifelong dream to have a Chungus. To just own, to just have a Chungus
I am
of my
currently
own.
holding a Chungus monolith. You see,
Wow.
it is
Do you
has
get a Lord
been
soul for
a
killing
dream ever
Chungus?
since I saw Xboy's Chungus monolith to have a
No,
Chungus.
I think Chungus
but-
just give you Chungus Emerald.
No, you can also get a Bosnian Chungus. You know what I'm saying?
Bosnian Chungus.
You know?
I wouldn't want to kill the
I'm pretty
Chungus
sure
for all,
Hillary
like,
Clinton's
the
Bosnian.
Chungus.
So we're gonna
So-
be removing mods.
I swear to God, if you remove Chungus, I'll kill myself.
Oh, let's remove Chungus.
The one
Let's
that
prove
adds the
faces.
chungus is one of them. How do we feel?
Fucking God.
Chungus.
This
You
is
know-
like Chungus and all, but that mod has too much shit. It's so annoying.
Yeah,
Can we
that's
can
not
we
what
add
I
a
was
separate
saying.
Chungus mod?
No, we're not adding standalone Big Chungus mod.
as much as I love Chungus, I understand that getting rid of Chungus is a necessary sacrifice, and we must do it for the greater good. Why are you punching me?
For the meme,
but
no, but
Click.
in real life, yes.
I do understand that getting rid of the Chungus is probably a good idea. So honestly, I don't mind, even though I am
I want
sad.
the server to be more fun
Chungus
for
has to
everyone, and if
sacrifice
everybody,
himself for the
can't play
greater
fucking
good,
game, then
you
it's not
know?
fun.
Kill Hillary Clinton. Kill Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Gale
Kill her
starting an
and then-
insurrection
Okay,
against
next
Hillary
question.
Clinton.
What will you do with Ian if you're elected? Group discussion.
Sacrifice.
I will make him
to
suffer.
hell.
I will
There
make
is a
him
biblical
suffer
punishment I've had
so
my
much
eye
pain.
on for him.
Throw him into the rift that's gonna open up and eat SSI whole.
Hell yes.
What did I do?
This
what did I
is-
do?
What? No,
What?
we just...
I just wanted to
Hopefully
throw
the
Ian
rift
into
will
the
send
rift.
Ian to, like, some kind of hell plane that it'll be locked in forever, you know?
Okay,
Like-
okay. Lemon.
Okay.
General asks. Your least favorite level from Sonic Adventure?
My least favorite, every single one of the Big the Cat stages. Just all of them.
Okay, but what if Big doesn't count? What's your
Oh,
second
like all the
least favorite?
Sonic stages?
Yeah, sure.
Out of the Sonic stages, what is my least favorite? I like all of them a lot. But I'd say, what is my least favorite? Oh, I know. It's fucking, what the fuck is it called? It's one of the later levels. It's, Mystic Ruin, I'm pretty sure, is the name of the level.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
That one's not as fun. I know you didn't ask, but my favorite level is.
I'm asking now.
My favorite
No.
level. What?
What's your favorite Sonic Adventure level?
Let me say.
I have a question for all of you.
Ignore Gale. Answer my question.
It's Red Hot Mountain. Or wait, is it
that's a
Red?
good
It's
one.
Red Hot Mountain. That's the one, right? That's what it's called. I'm pretty sure.
I like the high speed highway.
I think
Is
Red
it
Mountain's
just
my
Red
least
Mountain?
favorite.
I
I
think it's
died
Red-
way
I think
too much
it's
on
Red
it.
Mountain.
The
Oh wait, no,
freaking cameras are
I'm
shit
thinking
in
of
that
Act
game.
2, which is called Red Hot Skull. Okay, yeah.
I have a question for all of you.
Alright.
From Holiest Prophet James.
Amen.
How much explosive would it take to level the entire spawn area? I'm asking for a friend and it's a hypothetical situation. Go NateDog.
I would reckon, like, 6 stacks of TNT. Like, I don't know, ballpark? Probably. Like, but I don't... What do you mean by the spawn area? Are you talking about, like, level the entire thing to, like, the hills around it? Then, like, a lot. I feel like if you want to cause damage, you should probably just alt mine it, is probably a little bit faster. Maybe get some corium in there to spread some panic. If you're planning to do a terrorist attack, corium, perfect. Okay, guys?
Take notes.
Write this down. Voters, write this down.
So are you a
Corium,
terrorist?
I mean, really depends on how I felt that day, you know? What they did to me.
It
You know?
depends on your definition of terrorist.
I would prefer calling myself a liberator, but like depends depends on who you think is in the right and who is in the
Oh,
wrong. in these
liberator?
situations.
Dude, this guy is clearly a psychopath, and if he gets elected, if he wins like this primary, you should vote him in.
Thank
How much explosive would it take to level the entire spawn area?
I have no idea. I don't know. even where to begin with that. I don't dabble with
Stupid ass.
explosives. Fuck you.
Boy. How much explosive would it take to level the entire spawn area?
16,793 blocks of TNT.
Thank you. We
You
move on.
suck. It's possible to do with 10 to 20 D&D with D&D dupers.
Shut up, nerd.
General D is a seasoned terrorist.
I know what I'm talking about. I am the Eggman. That's what I am.
Professional. I'll make sure to talk to you next time I have a plan, okay?
Yeah, Holy's Prophet James, you gotta use the mechanics to full use. You can't just brute force it.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, you're not talking.
I'm deaf now.
So Nate,
So
Oh.
Phil, is it?
You have my attention?
in terms of matchups against General D,
Hmm?
you are the closest to beating her according to the opinion poll.
Wait, really?
She's over you by 2 votes.
Dang.
You have
Over
no
Boy by 4.
chance.
And over Lemon by 3.
Dang, congrats, Lemon.
For your matchup, there are 6 no preference voters. Do you think you could beat her?
Oh, God. Well, I gotta say one thing is I thought that
Well, let me say first.
Okay.
Neither of you are frontrunners.
In opinion polls.
But you're in that crowd of
The back line.
you're just 1 point behind her in scoring. Go on.
What I was gonna say is that before the opinion polling, I didn't think I was gonna be nearly a popular candidate as I was. So, like, I I had no clue I was gonna be this popular. But I guess I'm just gonna like try to I don't know, there's probably a lot of people here that don't know me as well. And I think I just need to get to know more people in this server of ours. Tell more people how some tricks and tips on terrorism, you know? Spread the word.
You
And I think
liberation.
I might be able to win over a couple votes on my great liberation plan. But yeah, I think I've really just like a lot of people probably just don't know me that well as General D because General D's been here. When did you join the server, General D?
I don't know, like 3 months ago.
Yeah, I joined in April sometime. I forgot.
I don't
Right
know how
before the
much
new
time
left.
that was ago.
Like a month. But yeah, I think I just need to meet more people. I think that's going to be the best way.
So this is a question for all of you. From General D. How do you plan to bridge the favorability gap between you and the current frontrunners? Start with you, Mr.
Being-
President.
Well, I do have to say there's a pretty considerable gap between me and the front runners. So I think my main idea is just I want to have a really good debate performance. You know, I want to be popping off. I want to be funny at the debate. I think if I were to do that, I feel like I could sway a lot of people to vote to put me higher on their star ballot, and hopefully with that I would be able to compete with them, and then hopefully be in the instant runoff and then beat them there because I'm just goated. So yeah.
Lemon.
Basically, yeah, just try to be funny, I guess. Weirdest party,
You gotta
I'm gonna
do
be
the
cool.
funnies.
And yeah, just gotta
Funnies get money.
just keep
You
being
know what I'm
cool.
saying?
Nate.
Well, what I said before, kind of, plus funnies. Light terrorism. Sorry, light liberation. But like, I feel like everybody's had. It's a pretty standard thing to say. Liberate the people from the shackles
Of
of
what?
boring presidents.
True.
What the fuck? I am not boring.
I'm sorry. You were elected
Not
in a
him,
time of
except
great
him.
turmoil. I'm sorry, but you're not
Wow.
needed
Elected
anymore.
in a time of great turmoil.
I will prove you wrong,
I
Mr.
mean-
NateDog.
I hope you can. I hope you will.
Well, you still
But
got
that
like
is
a
yet to be
week
seen.
until your term ends, so you can do something.
I
That's
have
true.
one more question for you all. I'll start with Lemon.
Okay.
If you are not the candidate, who do you think should be?
Either of these people. I think, well,
Can you pick
we
one?
all. I can't. Actually, no. It's Nate because it'd just be kind of funny. Actually, that's the one. But I want to preface that's not because I don't like Xboy's president. I think Xboy is a great president. I think we'd all make great presidents. But the thing is, like, while we all are here competing against each other, I feel like there is definitely a thing with us that, like, we don't, like, not like each other. We all want to see, our party win, not just, like, individual people, Because I feel like we all
3
have pretty
candidates, 1
similar
party.
views here. Yeah.
We're a hive mind.
Boy.
Well, my answer would be the same as Lemon. I'd want it to be Nate. Again, it's nothing against Lemon, but just like imagine having this guy as your president. Wouldn't that be so awesome? I
I'll
think
have to
it'd
get
be
carried
pretty cool.
around.
Yeah, he would have to like sit on a stool while doing his speeches.
I want
Just
a
imagine
presidential
that.
portrait being
That would be
carried
awesome.
by people.
Nate, just stay there.
So yeah, that's my answer.
Nate, if you are not the candidate, who do you think should be?
Okay, who do I think should be? So, I mean, I think Lemon would be a great president, would be a very funny president, but just like the polling is really big, and I feel like I would rather have Xboy be the president.
Everybody fucking hates me.
I'm sorry. You're both funny. It's hard to choose. I can't even look at you. My
Put
head's
that
too
guy
restricted.
down.
I live here now.
I
Leave
can't. He has
that
to.
little
He
guy
has.
alone.
He has to do it himself.
You're like on Santa's lap. What's your wish?
Mr. President, I want to be the
Mr. President.
TCP candidate. Can you get that for me, Mr. President?
That's what you want for Christmas, really?
That's what I want for. I want Bosnian Chungus to be the TCP candidate. I also
No,
want
for
Ian to pay for his
Christmas-
crimes. That's actually on the top of my list. I'd be fine.
Well,
without
I
him
can
candidate.
I can do that one. I can do that one.
Make
I just
Ian suffer.
I can't get you
Mr.
Bosnian
President,
Chungus. We're removing
Make him
that.
suffer. Wow.
Sure,
mean-
I'll pass something on Ian. Okay.
Worst Christmas ever.
If you were a real one, you would have wished for TCP to win the election. But you didn't. You only care
True.
about yourself.
I only care about Ian suffering.
Kind of valid, honestly.
I have
That's
one
based.
goal.
Get this guy on the fucking debate stage.
I have 2 goals. I want Ian to suffer, and we need to take down that lava wall. Those are my 2 commandments: is make Ian pay and make Ian
Honestly,
take
I
down
feel like
his
we're all on
wall.
the same page here with it.
You know,
Maybe the real
we're part of this.
Alright,
TCP
go back to your
primaries
seat, Nate.
was the
Aw.
friends we made along the way.
You lost the
So
APC
true.
vote with that
One more round of individual questions.
I say the truth.
Boy.
Hello.
If you lose this primary, you would be the first incumbent president to not be up for re-election. How do you think this affects your legacy?
Honestly, I think even if I'm not reelected, I still think I'd have a pretty decent legacy on the server because under my presidency, the server has been very peaceful. There hasn't really been a whole lot going on, but there hasn't been any drama after I've been president. Everything's kind of been sorted out. And plus, I think it would be interesting because it's the first time that it would be the first time in this hypothetical that we wouldn't have someone get reelected, and I think it would make things more interesting. And with the rapidly changing like political landscape on the server right now, I honestly wouldn't be too surprised if it happens. But obviously, I will do my best to get reelected because I think I'm a very good candidate for president. But even if I don't think it'll affect my legacy too much, and I still think I will be seen as a good president of craftocracy of the strudel. Thank you.
Nate.
That question that you just asked. How do I think it
No.
affects? Okay, different question.
If you won the election, you would be the first president to not be old as fuck.
So true. All these presidents, they're sitting up there in their freaking diapers, okay? You know, old men. I can promise you that as guaranteed the youngest person to ever be on this server, that I will make sure that I will not be in diapers during my presidency. I am spry as a spring chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Aren't you like a baby? Aren't you also in diapers?
No.
Okay,
You would be the
baby.
youngest president.
Yep, historically, it'd be a record.
Has a woman ever been?
Yeah.
Do we need age limits to stop old men from being president?
No, I'm not an old man. I'm 17. I'm not even an adult.
I think instead of a rudimentary age limit, we should make all of the presidents, like, do a test. I don't know what the test would be, but it'd be a test to make sure you're not,
Cognitive test.
yep, to make sure you're not stupid.
Oh no!
And
Don't do
old.
that. I'd
If they
lose.
pass, they aren't allowed to be president. Only
If they
stupid
pass.
presidents.
Only stupid
Ah,
president.
Yeah, no, I'd win. I'd get.
Stupidity for
I'd cut the
craftocracy.
What would stop you from just pretending to be stupid, hypothetically?
I don't have to pretend.
Let's say I'm a goddamn nerd. What if I just answer all of the questions with terrorism? Would I become president?
Yes.
You mean
No, you'd be putting a
liberation?
ch-
1 plus 1
Liberation,
equals
somewhere
liberation,
uncomfortable.
baby!
You'd be
Okay,
locked
question
in the
for
APC
Lemon.
create cave forever.
Okay.
No.
If you won the election, you would be the first woman president.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Fuck.
How do we stop this?
Shit. I don't know. I know, did we hate women? We disrespect women. I don't respect women, but maybe just this once. Low
I know I
key.
don't.
Low key, maybe just this once. Let me in, bro. Let me up there.
I don't make exceptions.
Fuck you, terrorist.
Maybe this can be the trial run and it is too bad.
I'm a liberator, for your information.
Liberator.
I actually had one more question for all of you. Starting with Nate. Okay, so. Alternate universe.
Okie
Who
dokie.
left one?
Hell yeah.
What happened?
What happened? Well, really depends. They were going through a lot of internal turmoil. I think they would have probably put through some of their agenda. I think their most crazy stuff would have gotten blocked in the legislature because it was kind of experimental
Why are you
and
talking like
untested.
chills?
Because
I think.
I'm having a seizure right
I
now.
think that'd be pretty crazy.
This is how they talk in that universe. I'm role-playing, Lemon.
Creepy? I think so.
So if Minerva was president, and everything continued as it did, Emerald likely would have ended up president.
I don't
Due to line of succession.
I don't think Minerva would have left. Like, from what I know and what I was hearing the days prior from talking to New Left people, I think the major collapse was caused by an internal, like, document and an attempted restructure because of the loss. There was a whole, like, frickin' somebody wrote an essay about how they need to restructure the party so they stop being so, like, freaking anti
bitch.
everyone, you know? Like there was like a whole there was almost a coup. Like Minerva almost got like replaced with another person. But it was because of the loss. I think that's
Same
where it really all
question,
came from.
Xboy.
Stop building loss over
Well,
there.
I know what would have
Cut that out.
happened. What would have happened is that if Minerva was elected president, he would have enacted horrible policies on the server. I would have spoken out about them, but I wouldn't get much chance to do so because they would assassinate me. I would be walking around the craftocracy capital protesting, and one of their new left agents would come over to me and they'd shoot me in the leg, and I'd go and limp into the nearby building, and with my last remaining strength, I would pull out my phone, I'd call NateDog, and I'd tell him,
Peter
Nate,
Parker is Spider-Man.
I'm fucking dying. You need to be the next president. And by the way, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And then right then and there, they'd shoot me in the fucking head and I'd die.
And then
And
I'd
Nate
go
would
cause a
have to
nuclear
carry on. Yeah, Nate would have to carry on my legacy by placing corium all around the new left base and absolutely demolishing
I knew where
it.
the reactors were. I could have caused a meltdown.
Exactly.
I would have.
I think that about sums
Same
up the events.
question, Lemon.
I think the server would immediately go into nuclear fallout. We would start I mean, first of all, the top lead of the parties Minerva did not like would have been taken down first. Pentagonal shot to the head. Me probably soon after. And Xboy would be locked away just for disagreeing. And I think the old leaders, me, Pentagonal, Domino, would be worshipped as deities our
I think
gravestones
Xboy would
portrayed.
be tortured and
Alright.
killed on live television.
Yeah.
New left is Al Qaeda
Poor
confirmed.
old me. They tortured me live on television.
The
They
old
do you
leaders,
dirty, man.
Pentagonal Me, Domino, and Sai would be worshipped as deities in this post-apocalyptic wasteland. Like we were like
Super
yeah, like,
strudel.
yeah.
Domino's not a party leader. Or
Oh
maybe he
no,
was.
yeah.
I'm stupid.
Minerva does Super Earth from Helldivers 2, and
I'd be doing some Liberator Penetrator if you know what I'm saying.
Bro, shut
Shooter
the
would
fuck
be
up, you
under
bitch.
managed democracy.
Please
Managed
no!
democracy.
Please! Don't. Dodged a bullet there.
Should we switch to managed democracy? Go Nate.
Yeah.
Who's managing my democracy? Is it
Your
me?
nearby
Because
democracy agent.
everybody else is
It's democracy
objectively wrong.
officer.
Like, I'd be good,
Fuck.
but what if they aren't good? You know? Like, what if this is Minerva managing our democracy and not a true patriot like myself or any of the fine people to the side of me?
Relaport manages the democracy.
What if it's Ian? What if Ian brings us down into a permanent hellscape and blocks the sun with a lava
You can't
cat?
use creative mode. Ah, you're breaking everything.
But if I was
I'll
managing the
abuse.
democracy personally, I'd lock Ian in a giant washing machine for all of eternity. So it really depends.
Ian in like
That's what you get.
No.
that one
Boy.
torture device, like the bowl, like the brass bowl thing.
I think I
Managed
would
democracy.
love to switch to managed democracy. Just fucking kidding. Hell no, I want regular democracy. I love democracy. By the way, I think there's a hole in the television up there.
That's what you get for admin
Oh
abuse.
my god, there was a hole.
Jesus Christ, General.
I wanted to watch SpongeBob
Jesus
SquarePants,
crikey,
General. What have you
mate.
done?
No SpongeBob.
No SpongeBob Season 3, but that was my favorite independent campaign.
But guys, we need to start SpongeBob Season 4.
Lemon.
Fuck. Yeah.
Managed democracy.
Managed democracy. I think. I think managed democracy
ruined
is
the
low-key
experience.
goated, and we should all totally do that. We should all do that.
Lemon is fake and gay.
Super Strudel number 2. Listen, if you don't like democracy, then what's the point? What's even
If
the
you like
point?
fake and gay people, you should
Democracy
vote
is
for Lemon.
great. Everyone loves democracy.
Everybody
and we make
loves
it even
Okay, one
better.
more question for everyone. I promise
Oh
this
my
is the last. Nate.
I also have a question.
God damn!
Question
bad.
from the audience.
Fuck you.
Question.
After Minerva was removed,
Yippee.
there was an effort from her group after they were all gone to destroy the old New Left city. However,
Do we have to talk about the new left? Can't we move on?
This is gay.
an admin order blocked this decision. And as of right now, they are still not allowed to destroy the city.
There's also not that many people
What
left.
do you
I
think
feel.
of this?
What do I think of this? I don't remember what part it was, but I think we should have waited for the
Should they
council
be allowed?
decision. Depends. Like, I feel like we needed the council to vote on it, but we never got. I'm not sure we ever got the vote. So, like, I think
We
it
did
should have.
not.
Yeah, it should have. I feel like it should have been voted on, but besides, like, I feel like they should have let. I know, like, Carrots didn't want it exploded. They should have let like people take their stuff away and stuff because they were just planning to do it like day of, which is a little bit absurd. And I think they needed like an injunction. But like I don't know the scale of it. I don't know what their plan was.
Xboy.
I feel like at the time blocking it made sense because most of the new left, you know, we're not really the brightest people on the server, so they were making relatively. Shut up. They're making.
Not the brightest tools in the shed, if you know what I'm saying.
They were making pretty impulse decisions at the
Stop.
time,
Stove.
and I think
Brightest tools in the shed. Brightest.
brightest. Can I
said you
continue?
know what I mean, okay?
But I think at the time it made sense because they were kind of making an impulse decision and not everyone was involved in their little vote they did as if they should destroy the city. But I think now that everything is calmed down and they've rebranded and the remainder of their members are a lot more like mature, I think the ban should be lifted because after all it is their property and they should get to do whatever they want with it. But I feel like at the time it made sense because they were just planning to leave anyway, and it kind of would have been a dick move to do that to some of the remaining members who wouldn't have even agreed with that decision. So that's where I stand on that.
Lemon.
I think. What was the question again?
New
Do
left,
we?
blow up city.
Was that good? Was that good that they blew, that they did want to? Okay, no. I think what we did was good. I don't think it should have been blown up. Because you know a lot of people's stuff was there, and half the people were like, "Hey, I actually spent time building shit
Should
here.
the order be lifted?
No, because I think it should just be in like a place of legal limbo where it's just kind of like it's just like a ghost town for the rest of eternity. Like it's just like a monument to the sins, to the greed of the people who flew too close to the sun.
That should be kind of cool.
This is what happens to the boring politicians.
They're too boring.
True.
I don't want to get sent to the sun.
Dude, we could lock Ian in the old new left base. It'd be goated.
So I have an audience question. From Sai.
Sick.
I love audience questions.
Tossing this to you, Nate.
I swear to
If
God.
someone tried to start lore on the server right now, what would be your approach to it?
I'm already
Now let
involved
me see.
in
First of all,
what they're talking
I
about.
am not paraphrasing. This is exactly how it was sent to me. Go.
I believe I know what lore they are talking about, and I believe I'm currently participating. I would be open to it if it is not what I think they're talking about.
Boy.
I feel like I would be open for it, but I really don't want to do like a whole lot of like scripted stuff. I have like I would be fine with like a general idea of where we want the direction of the lore or whatever to go to, but I feel like what really makes it like unique and special is just having the members like interact with each other and see what happens with those general ideas. Let it get improvised and taken from there. So I wouldn't really be opposed to it as long as it's not just like super scripted and everything.
Yeah, because I ain't reading a script.
Lemon.
I'm illiterate.
Okay, lore. That's a weird thing. 'Cause, again, I just feel like it matters how
Yes,
it's done.
I have
Like,
several.
If some fun little things were to happen, I wouldn't mind that. Just if they were like self-contained. I don't think it needs an overarching narrative, though. Right? I feel like we can never really have like story arcs. Right? But the thing is, I feel like it's much more interesting for everyone else when like it happens naturally, because it has happened naturally. Like the new left arc is over, and we're going into a new like kind of thing here. So I feel like just again, like if it's like a self-contained thing, I think it'd be kind of fun, even if it's like a scripted event, if it's just like a short little thing. But like overarching narrative, I don't really think that's the way to go with it. This isn't like Dream SMP. I don't want to do that.
General has a question.
Oh my god.
Hello, everybody. I have the hands size of God. First of all, can you donate all netherrack you have to me?
Yeah, I'm not using it for
Atlas has
anything.
like
Sure.
30,000 netherrack. Oh, okay.
This question sucked.
Atlas has a backpack full like 40,000.
Second of all-
Time for
Probably
closing
ask him.
statements.
Second question.
Go Lemon.
Could you ask Gail? Could you ask Gail to increase the size of schematic file limit?
Gail, can you do that?
Is that
Sure.
is that allowed?
I need it.
Alright.
I was planning
it,
on
like-
it.
Okay, yeah.
I need
that's
it
all.
You need
really
it
soon. This is
yesterday.
important to my presidential
She's
campaign.
impatient.
All right. Anyways, closing statements. I think again, this is while we are like currently, competing against each other to get, to be the candidate, right? I think all of us are kind of in agreement at the moment that like we all have like a same like general idea that's like a core idea that's the same, the core like principles, but we have like a different way of going about it, definitely. And I think we all want to see each other win out there. So I think, I think the coolest party is definitely in good hands no matter which candidate. And I wish the best to my fellow.
Can I be first lady?
Yeah, if I win, if I get president.
Closing
Yeah.
statements, Xboy.
Listen, I'm not gonna do all that yapping. Okay, vote for me. I'm the coolest. I'm a cat. Meow. That's it.
That's gay.
Cool
Thank you.
cat.
You're gay.
Go Nate.
What do I gotta say? I think that I should be our candidate because I believe I'll be good as president, and I think I can liberate us with my terrorism techniques from repeat candidates. As
Oh, Mr.
Your
in the
Mr.
past,
terrorism
John Oliver
techniques
over
six
here.
elections,
inferior to mine.
6 elections, 3 people, and the first 5 were only 2 guys. Okay, Pent and Domino, and I feel like that is not that's not cool, as my best bud Sonic would say.
That's gay. That's not what he says. But okay.
As Sonic always says, that's gay.
Pretty gay.
Fake and gay. That's why you should vote for me, because I am true and straight. I'm done.
True and straight.
That
You heard it
concludes this
first.
TCP primary town hall.
TCP
Make sure
sweet.
you vote whenever the primaries open.
Guys, I
And
need
remember-
100,000
Mr. President.
netherrack. Please give me 100,000
And remember-
netherrack.
Do not mess with TCP.
Do not mess with TCP.
You do not want to see our
You
bad
do not wanna
side.
see my bad
Ian, I'm
side.
coming for you.
As my vice president would say, vote for what's in your heart, not with what's in your pants.
Good night, Strudel.